Outside, I just remember my oldest son, he had this obsession with cactus and cacti, and he was like, I want a cactus garden. And I just remember thinking, oh, this is going to be somebody's going to fall in it, all these things. But he was completely obsessed with the idea of having a cactus garden. And so it was a cool period in like the garden centers at that time, the small ones, that had these really specialty plant areas. So then fairy gardens were extremely popular, cactus gardens were becoming popular, and the nurseries had these little small plants, and they had fairy garden, accessories and all that. And so it was this really cool moment of going outside, and my kids wanted to be out there because they had something that was theirs. And so my oldest son was able to do this really cool little cactus / succulent garden, and my two daughters were able to do fairy gardens, with things we would find, at thrift stores and that kind of thing, and set up on a stump. And I got into making them little fairy garden stuff and tables and chairs. And my other son was very much into like growing vegetables and tasting odd things and peppers, and so it was this really beneficial moment, not only for just this time outside together, but also like experiencing where food came from, experiencing how plants thrive or don't thrive. And to step it back 5 seconds, I was a terrible gardener. Like I literally was failing I was planting things over here and planting things, and I was reading the tag and going and throwing it over my shoulder. And at some point my husband was like, I don't know if this is working. Like everybody's having fun out there, but things aren't living. Like what's up? And that's when I realized, oh, I think I need some education about this. Like, okay, it's helping my soul, but I need to go to the next level. So I went and found somewhere that had a Master Gardener program. And then I really was able to help my kids with it, because now we had like tools behind, this is why we're going to plant this here, and this is why we plant this over here, and following these rules that are still pretty loose, but it inspired them because they had success. And they knew where their food came from. They ate way more interesting foods because they grew them.